How different is camp going to feel for you? Because I'm pretty sure you've got a spot locked up, and last year you weren't even expected to break camp with a team.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit different mentality, but I want to come in here still thinking I'm competing, still thinking that I got to go out there and prove something, and that's usually how I want to go out there and pitch.
When you look at the starting rotation, people say, well, there's Means and Cobb and maybe Asher and a lot of question marks after it. What do you think of the competition that's here?
I think we have a lot of guys here that could go out there and perform. I mean, same thing with me last year. I mean, you just never know with guys that don't have any time. You don't know what they did this offseason. You don't know how they're going to come out. So I'm excited to get everybody out there and see what everybody's got.
John, when people ask about the back end of the rotation, Mike and Brandon and a couple others have mentioned you. And, we didn't know what we had in John Means, and we obviously moved to the top rotation. Do you feel a responsibility to talk to some of those other guys, some of those question marks, about what your situation was like?
Yeah, and I think I'd bring a unique kind of look at it because I wasn't a prospect. I wasn't a guy that came up and they were thinking was going to be here. So just to talk to these guys that have been in the minor leagues and the transition that it takes to pitch in the big leagues, I think I bring that to it, but I probably just dish off the leadership roles to the older guys.
John, what did your offseason look like, and did you go back to St. Louis?
Yeah, it was about the same as last year. I was kind of driving back and forth. I was spending the weekends in Kansas City and then the weeks in St. Louis. Got an apartment this year in St. Louis, so spent a little bit more time probably, but yeah, pretty much the same thing.
Were the focuses the same?
Yeah, a little bit. I was trying to work. Now that I had a year under my belt, I had some things that I definitely wanted to work on, and I went there and tried to accomplish those goals and see how it looks.
Was there a part of the offseason that was relaxing because you reached your goal, or was there more like, I want to get right back there and keep going?
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a couple of weeks of relaxing, but after you take a couple of weeks, 3 weeks off, you get kind of antsy. So I was excited to get back. I was excited to get here around the guys again.
Did you throw much over the course of this offseason?
Mm-hmm. I didn't actually take a whole lot of time off. Same thing I did last offseason. I only took a few weeks off and then kind of light throwing for a month or so, and then got right back at it.
John, at the end of last year, you talked a lot about not being satisfied with your season and the challenge of being consistent this next season and keeping it going. Have you spoken to anybody about that, or just what are your thoughts about not being complacent?
Yeah, no, that's something that I think that it's just kind of how I'm wired. I don't want to ever sit back and be comfortable and just think I've figured it all out, because in this game it'll humble you really, really quick. And I've been around enough guys that have had time, have had that experience, that they're like, once you think you figured it out, you better keep working hard because you haven't.
Was it even a surprise to you, after looking back on the season, how well your stuff played at this level?
Actually, when I had my debut a couple of years ago, that 7 days I got called up for, I think that's when you kind of realize, and I think that was one of the bigger things for me, is I got the debut out of the way, even if it was just one game at the end of the year, because then you start to get swings and misses, and you're like, oh, okay, like this isn't some fairy tale land where I got to pull something out of my butt to try and figure out how to pitch these guys, and you get that under your belt, and then once you come back, you're like, okay, I can do this, I can pitch.